What's up? Talk to the girl. So, last night when I was about to go to sleep, right? I just dropped a needle. So, when I was about to go to sleep last night, right? Keita called me, right? And she was like, Cinder, I just want to tell you was wrong about posting the situation about you and your sister on social media. And I was like, what? Who was wrong? She was like, you was wrong. I said, why was I wrong? She said, because you should have went to your sister first, right? And like, I did. When I went to my sister, she basically didn't acknowledge what I said, right? And today is the 9th of March, bro. Today is the 9th of May. Get your months right. Right? And I was like, oh, this feeling I can't put in the hole. I was like, I was not wrong for sharing it on social media. I said, I felt as though my sister did not give me feedback on what I said, right? So let me ask on one of my platforms, right? And TikTok is, TikTok. So let me ask TikTok, because I can get more comments on TikTok, because y'all over here on YouTube, y'all don't comment. So I pretty much broke down the situation, right? And I got some feedback. But let me remind you guys, the sister that I'm talking about in general, right, is on Facebook, and she talks bad about family members in which I love. Family members in which the same situation that happened to her happened to me, right? And I'm talking about my underwear. These new, but I put them on and they got a hole in them. I'm not throwing my underwear away. I'm gonna sew these damn things back up. So anyway, she online and she talking bad about family members that I love, right? But she did that, and like normally I don't say nothing. I'm not gonna screenshot. You feel how you feel, right? But because I said something about her, and let's remind you guys, I didn't say her name. I didn't say her kids' names. I just said my sister. Y'all know I have 7 sisters. 8 girls all together. 3 boys too. And it's always the girls that have problems. And you know what? The girl who always involved in it is me. I don't want to be involved in the problems, right? But out of my 7 sisters, it could have been 6 of my sisters who it could be. Because which sister lived near me? Can y'all say her name? Which sister lived near me? Oh, that's right, because y'all don't know which sister it was. So hypothetically, it was thrown up in the air. But it was a situation that actually did happen to me, right? And I wanted some feedback because she didn't give me none, right? And I told my 2 younger sisters about the situation, so I talk to them every day, right? And, I don't want to say, of course, they agreed with me, but they agreed with me. How I felt, you was my son's aunt. You should have fed Kason, right? And it wasn't because I feel as though she should cater to my son. No. That's not what I mean. I said she should have fed Kason because she shouldn't have told him, oh, I need this to this for the rest of the month. Sister, me and you are in the same boat. One, we both don't work. We both don't drive. We both got to go to market ourselves. I don't do the DoorDash and stuff like that. I just go to the market and go get it myself. But you go do the market that way, right? So, Makita was telling me that I was wrong. I'm like, no, I'm not wrong. Stop saying that. She's like, you is. I'm like, I am not. So it has been bothering me, the post on TikTok, right? It's been bothering me because people were attacking my sister. I didn't really need you guys to attack her. All I wanted was some input. But she became more attacked when she commented, when she said, I'm the sister, when she took claim of it. I didn't say, oh, this sister right here did it. Her right there did it. She made my baby feel like he wasn't family. Right? Because it wasn't the fact that she didn't have it. Because she had it. She had it. It was the fact that she just didn't want to give Casey none. But I'm saying to myself, like, in my head, I'm like, yo, you come to my house and I give you whatever is in my house. I give you anything that you ask me for. When I got money and you need the money, you cash at me the money back. When I need to use your card or your phone to pay for my washing machine, I give you the money back. When you need waters, just the other day, after the fact with the hot dog on the stick happened, my sister was like, she needed some water. She popped up like she got like 6 waters. I said, girl, take some more waters, right? Pick some more waters. I can easily replace those, right? I'm like, take some more waters. So she came, and well, she, took more waters, right? Did I complain about that? No, because at the end of the day, I'm your sister. I'm your what? I am your sister, and we are supposed to be helping each other out, right? So, it's bothering me because I told her in a text message, well, in the message, the first message that I sent my sister, that message was probably like this big. I was like, I don't know what to say to you. I said, but I don't know how you're going to react outside. So that's why I'm inboxing you, right? I said, I don't know what I did, but you ain't talking to me. I noticed that you wasn't talking to me. But whatever I did, I don't know what it is. Because she stopped talking to me before this situation, right? And then my little cousin came to me in distress, right? And I called my sister because I didn't have their mama number, right? So because I called I called my sister, say, bring them around the house, right? Nothing about that was wrong to me. You're my cousin. You're my blood. You're my flesh and blood. So I'm going to, if something's wrong and I can help, I can get you out of the situation, I'm going to do that, right? So anyway, what made it wrong to me is I think about my childhood, right? And you ever think back to your childhood when y'all was left out on something, but the person had it, right? Or it was righty. So like I say this situation, like when my Aunt Mousy had a cookout at her house after my cousin died, and my grandmother refused to give me the chicken hot dogs. They might have been turkey hot dogs, chicken or turkey hot dogs. But I know my cousins who were my other aunt kids, they wasn't there. They was out doing their things, probably coming from Baker Street to come to my Aunt Mousy house, right? My grandmother refused to give it to me because my aunt on Baker Street, her kids didn't eat pork. But this is when I would turn 16 years old and I decided to no longer eat pork. And I'm crying to my mother. I'm like, Ma, the food is right there. Why won't she give it to me? I don't know if my mother actually went and got me the food because I don't remember that part. But I remember having the food in front of me and my grandmother telling me I couldn't have it. So for me, when I feel as though something is unequal, in which it was unequal because my sister had it, right? And I can't really believe that it's turning into this, but the hell with it. She's like, oh, you shouldn't have shared. No, she was like, it was wrong for me to post it on the internet. I said, you're the same person that's on the internet. You talk bad about people that I love. I don't say nothing about when you post, oh, my mother's the worst. My mother failed all her daughters. I don't say anything about that. You know what? I see it and I whatever. But after she posted that, I had looked on her status like a couple of days later, which been a month, and I noticed that she deleted me off of Facebook, unfollowed me or whatever, deleted me off of TikTok, right? So I didn't think that somebody one of her friends would have sent her the message, because the message was not ill intended. It wasn't. It was just me being a sister who wasn't reciprocated on my issues. My sister didn't reciprocate on my issues. She basically went left and was like, because if my kids feel a certain way, da da da. I'm like, how the fuck I make your kids feel any type of way? My nephew loves me. My nephew loves me. Y'all hear me? My nephew loves me. My nephew don't like to leave and go home with his mama when he leaving me. Okay? But I think what hit the fan for me more so today than anything, my niece seen me and didn't speak to me. I'm like, and then Kason called her 3 times. 3 times. And I know she heard him. And she didn't speak. And I'm like, I wonder what my sister is in that damn house telling my nieces and my nephew. My niece and my nephew. And like, oh my God, you shouldn't share this on social media. You already know that I'm a social media influencer, right? I ain't say your name. I ain't telling you come over here and claim it. Because I don't want nobody to be like, oh my God, saying you are so right. I don't need nobody to tell me that I'm right. It bothered me so much. I called my father this morning, right? I was like, Daddy, you need to speak to your daughter, right? And I told him the situation, right? But my father a bitch. Excuse my language, and I don't mean to call him a bitch, but at the end of the day, my father a bitch. Like, he don't know how to man up. Like, man up. Man up. Man up! Right? So, I was like, Daddy, you need to have a conversation with your daughter. I said, because she mad at me because I text her about, what happened. She treated me like I'm dead. And I'm like, it's sad because my son want to play with my nephew. Right, but I got to keep having a conversation because every time my son go outside, like, Mommy, I won't go knock on the door. I got to have a conversation with him like, she not going to let you play with him. She not going to let you play with him. And it's wrong because I have to have this conversation with my son. My son only 6 years old. I shouldn't be having these conversations with my son. And today, after I called my father, I had posted the situation in my family group, because we have a family group in which we're talking, right? And everybody was like, she need her space. I said, yeah, I understand it. I'm trying to give her her space. But I'm just like, it's getting to me being as though she's taking her issues out on the children. The children should not be involved. You want to be mad at me? You go right ahead. Go right ahead. But know that I'm not going to mistreat you. I'm not going to mistreat your children. Me. I'm not going to mistreat your children. Like when my sisters and brothers came here and ate the seafood, all of them ate all the food that was for Kason out my house. Did I complain? No, I didn't. You know what I did? I got my happy ass on the bus, went and got Kason some more food. Then I called his daddy, right? And made his daddy get more food too. Like, I love the fact that my nieces and nephews was here. Loved it. But I don't know, like, maybe I shouldn't have said nothing. But at the end of the day, I don't feel sorry. Like, I called my aunt and I told my aunt the situation, and my aunt, which is my cousin's grandmother, she wrong. I'm looking like, how come everybody know that you wrong besides you? I ain't talk bad about you. I'm like, y'all see, I'm still not talking bad about her. You feel me? It was just like, a learning moment in which you should have been like, you know what, son? You right. She gonna hit me like, cause you go to the market more than me. And you know what you should have did as my little sister? Right? You know what you should have did? Son, when you go to the market next time, can you get this for me? Nope, that's not what she wanted to do. She wanted to be like, no, Kason, I need this to last for the rest of the month. When I cook, and y'all know I cook, right? I go knock on the door and say, um, let your mother eat this. I made lasagna. I let my sister taste it. I made rice, chicken, and gravy. I let my sister taste it. I made chicken, shrimp, shrimp, shrimp and broccoli. I let my sister taste it. I made the ice cream. I ain't even knock on my sister's door because of the fact I was like, I don't want no BS. I let my neighbor tasted it. Like when I cook, I like people to taste my food to tell me how it tastes. When I made the ice cream, I ain't let my sister taste it. When I made this shrimp, no, I made chicken fried rice. I ain't let my sister taste it. Like in my head, like we should be making each other life better and not harder. But like I feel like I'm about to just put it or do like I did with my sister who passed away. Just stop talking to her. Like this not how family's supposed to be, and I don't want nothing to do with it. Like you forgive people who do you wrong who not bloodly related to you. And like on one of the posts that I made on TikTok, the girl or whoever the person was like, "Cause y'all family." I'm like, no, we not just family. That's my sister. And you know, like your sister, your siblings, and you know they supposed to be kept up high. You know, you supposed to be like, yes, that's my sister. I'm looking like, yeah, that's the type of the relationship I got with my sister. Be like, yeah, that's my sister. hmm But I was like, you know, if I did anything, and you know I owe you something, tell me, tell me. Because if you tell me, right, you know what I can do? I can fix it. But if you don't tell me, right, if you don't tell me, I'm not gonna be able to fix it. So because my sister, you know, maybe she ain't know the fact or the feeling behind of somebody telling you, oh, I need to make this last for the rest of the month, right? Maybe she didn't understand it. Maybe she didn't understand the duty of auntie, you know, the duty of family. I'm looking like you gave everybody else food besides Kason. And it wasn't like I needed you to feed him. I didn't need you to feed him. It was just the fact that he was with his cousins. And I'm looking like it shouldn't have even came to all of this. But I told her, I was like, you know, I'm into social media and I get to share what the hell I get to share what I want to share. You feel me? She like, cause you shouldn't share it on the internet. You shouldn't share how much you hate mommy on the internet. But I ain't saying nothing. You shouldn't share how bad you don't like your sisters and brothers. But I don't say nothing. You shouldn't say how bad you hate your baby daddy. I don't say nothing. Like, people choose what they want to hear or what's good enough to share and what's not good enough to share. I just sit here. I shared my displeasement with my father. I shared my displeasement with my wife. I shared my displeasement with my son's grandmother, my baby daddy. And the only one you concerned about is the one that I didn't say exactly who it was just because it was you. I don't owe you nothing, baby girl. I owe you nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. And, you know, like my sister and them, they know how I am. And they was like, you know, stop let it stress you. Don't let it stress you. I'm like, I'm not letting it stress me, but, like, I just feel as though, like, it sucks having to tell my son, like, oh, don't go knock on Aunt Baba's door. If you see your cousin, don't force him to play with you. So today, when Kason come home, I'm going to have a conversation with him. And guess what, y'all? I'm going to record it. I'm going to let y'all hear it. I'm going to let y'all hear it. I'm going to ask my son how did it feel when Aunt ... told him no. Like, I'm not being petty. And when I say I don't need nobody to cater to Kason, I don't need nobody to feed Kason. Because y'all see my baby is not starving. I will be in this house with no lights and no food for me to eat. As long as my baby eat. But anyway, y'all, I want to eat some cornstarch, but I don't want my video to be limited age. All right. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm out. All right. Most definitely, if y'all ever had this type of situation happen in your family, please comment down below. I mean, if y'all feel as though I'm wrong, like, let me know. I don't think I'm wrong, but I'm out. Bye.